Shalom WRT family, and hi to everybody who's tuning in to this broadcast. I'm Rabbi Jonathan Blake. As you can tell, I'm sitting here in my office at the temple, but this is anything but a normal workday here at WRT as the temple remains closed for all public gatherings and functions. We're doing our best to utilize some technology to bring a little bit of WRT into your homes, and we hope that you will continue to stay connected to us here and to do everything that we can to be tightly knit as a community, even as we are all attempting to practice social distancing, flattening the curve of the spread of this pandemic disease, and doing everything we can in the interest of the public health and safety. I know that this is difficult for every single one of us in our community because it is unprecedented. It prompts anxiety even for those of us whose routines have only been modestly disrupted. I am thinking about those who are most vulnerable in our community right now, particularly those who may be feeling acute isolation, who are shut in, who are confronting medical challenges of their own, who might need a little bit of extra TLC. If you know somebody who would feel blessed by a phone call or an email, please reach out. And if a call from clergy would be especially well taken, we would love to hear from you. Just privately drop us a line and we will be eager to get in touch. I've been reflecting on not only the strangeness and the discomfort of our present situation, but also on where we find ourselves in our reading of Torah at this time. This week, our Torah portion is the double portion that concludes the book of Exodus. It's called Vayakhel Pekudei, and it marks the completion of the greatest public building project in recorded Israelite memory, the construction of what is variously called an Ohel Moed, meaning a tent of meeting, or a Mishkan, meaning a sacred dwelling, and is described as a large tent or tabernacle made of wooden posts and fabric curtains and precious metals and other rare materials, so it will be not only functional but beautiful. It is the prototype for the synagogue or temple. Of course, it's hard to be a synagogue or a temple. It's hard to be a gathering place at a time when gathering in public carries potentially grave risks to one's health and well-being. And so we synagogues have had to redefine what it means to be a Mishkan, what it means to be an Ohel Moed, what it means to be a holy tent, an embracing tent, a loving tent under which we can gather. We can't do so in physical space. We have to create a tent with our hearts and souls. And that is, I think, the highest spiritual work to which this moment now summons us. Yes, we can use technologies like this to create a sense of well-being and shelter. But even more importantly, what will we do with our letters, our emails, our phone calls, our emotional presence to signal that we are drawing near each to one another at this time of unprecedented anxiety and turmoil? I'll leave these as my reflections for this week. Wishing you all Shabbat Shalom, many blessings. Please stay in touch. And I hope you'll tune in to our live stream of tonight's Friday night service, which will be on the wrtemple.org website. Just click the button near the top of the page that says live stream and tune in at 7:45. We'll pray and sing and gather together in a different kind of tent. Take care. Shabbat Shalom.